So you're very welcome. Nice to see you again. I have some announcements to make. In October the 21, 22, there will be an English-speaking weekend in Amsterdam. So you're very welcome there. There's also in Sacramento in California. We're going to Sacramento in December, the first weekend. I think it's 1 to 3 weekend in December. 1 till 3. And yeah, for next year, they're coming some residentials. So there's a residential in May or June. I think it will be June in Germany. And there will be a residential in October in Vietnam. So you're very welcome to come over there. They're beautiful places. So, okay, we are going to start. And I will have a meeting in New York in April. So that's also a lot of things going on. And there's only this. There's no time. There's no time. There's just only this. And this is everything. There's only time and distance in the story. When there's me, there seems to be a story and time. Things are really happening because when there's me, there seems to be something solid and real. I'm real. So everything is real. And when I'm real, then everything seems very important. And everything's happening to me. So then everything what's happening is also serious and important. And we have to deal with that. Circumstances seem real. And when time is real, it's also, there's a lot of things going on. And I have to decide, because when there's me, there's also free will and choice. Seems to be there. I have to decide what's the best. There's always something going on about good and bad and better and worse. And then in the end, there's underneath, and that's when there's me, when there's separation, there's suddenly something going on like, oh, there's something going wrong. There's something not right yet. I'm not good enough. There's something not satisfying. So I have to make it right. And then the whole thing starts about this is better than that and how to behave to reach what I think that will be the end of will be forever happiness or love. Mm-hmm. There's nothing happening. Everything what's happening is an appearance. Nothing is real. It's apparently real. It's nothing appearing as everything. Cupboard, a table, bodies, streets, feelings, thoughts, for no one. It's empty. Everything is empty. So there's also no center, no real body. That's something we are not used to. That whole thing, like I'm here and this is my body. I'm here, maybe that can be questions because that's a lot of religion, a lot of things going on like, oh, there's no me, and that's becoming more and more obvious. But that the body isn't real, and there's even not Roes. There's no life of Roes or somebody else. There's only what's happening. So everything is empty, and only a hand. It's not the hand of Roes without a me. It's only that hand. Or a face, or thoughts maybe. So nothing is mine. Nothing is in my life. There's no my life. There never has been my life. So when there's talking about no me, that doesn't mean there's suddenly happening something else. It's always been like that. You could say that, not always. So there's no change. There's only the dream of me, the dream that I'm here and there are a lot of things happening and they're happening to me and I have to deal with it and all that. That doesn't come up anymore. It's more like that. And so it wasn't real already. We are so into circumstances and money and relations maybe. Because when I'm real, that somebody else is also real. So there's trying to behave, or maybe it's not even like trying to behave, but it's so embodied. So there's a lot of things going on, even without noticing. It's so embodied, that feeling. I want to feel good in a way. It's moving from wanting to feel good and moving away from pain or fear, trying to make my life work. It's endless. It's an endless drive to make it right. And it's a misunderstanding. There's nothing right or wrong. It is. It's an appearance of happening, of bodies and streets and feelings. And it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere for no one. There's already no one. It has no meaning. It's this. A tree. A tree. As it is. It's that. Nothing has any meaning. It's what it is. It's very simple, but we are not used to that simplicity. There's that abstract brain is so quickly on top of it and trying to make something of it and naming it or dealing already with it and taking it home and dealing with it. Busy with feeling good. And there's only this. There's no one. No one is doing anything. It's happening by itself. And on top of that, there seems to be me, and I'm deciding it, and that's my life, and I have to do my best, or maybe I won't do my best. Can be anything. There be a lot of concepts and beliefs about what's going on and how to behave and what's happening, and seeing how it's happening. And underneath that, there's a subtle feeling of being not good enough, trying to make that and seeing the world in that light, you could say that. Trying to make it right. Trying to see, also maybe seeing that it's about consequences and guilt. That somebody else is responsible for the way you feel, or you did the wrong thing. So it's always about consequences. And because we're living in time, like people, like I'm here and you are there, it's living in time. So there's a before and an after. And when there's a before and there's an after, there's living in consequences. And because of I did that, then that is happening. Saying there's no time. So there's also no consequences, no responsibility, and no guilt. That's amazing. So we can talk about that, and you can ask anything. It can be questions in the story. When you're busy with something in the story, there can be questions about that. There can be other questions about what is being said. So there are no silly questions. It's everything. So it's every question is it. Can be, and there can be two questions every time again. It seems like it's the same questions, but it's never the same. So if you want to say something or ask, you can unmute yourself, or you can write it in the chat if you want to. Or just sit there, maybe falling asleep. Also, this meeting is going nowhere. There are no answers. And there can be questions. And sometimes when there's questions are coming and you think like, oh, but this meeting is going nowhere and I know what the answer will be. Something like, yeah, this is it too, and all that. You don't know. There can be a lot of different answers. It's always new. It's new. So it's not always. This is new. So there can be any questions and what's coming out, the response, it will be different. There's no the same answer, knowing what will be the answer. It's new. There's something in the chat. Something is leading me to listen to this message. So it looks like it's going somewhere in certain direction. Yeah, when there's living in time, there's always seeing that that's so the concept what we're used to, that there's a going, there's a direction, there's moving towards something. It's a development and all that. There's nothing leading. That's also what we think, that there's an energy, or some people think God or something else. It's what's happening. It's less special than we think. It's sitting here. It's suddenly opening the computer and then sitting. There's nothing special about this meeting. God. It's this. And it's the same as drinking coffee. We think we are so into a lot of things like this that would give something to me, or it makes it more clear, and then maybe that will change something in my life, or get more openness or something like that. It's already happening as it is. So there's no need to come here. It's like, oh my God. Well, this is the meeting that there's no intention. There's no difference between a meeting and sitting in the garden. It's different, but that's the only thing there is. That's it. And we're looking for something. So it seems like in these meetings, there's an explaining of how things are going and what's happening, and that's an appearance and all that. There can be a hearing of it or not. But it's when there's an opening, it's not you that is hearing it, it's heard. We are so into this is my life and I am here, and maybe there's something in it for me. There's already no me. That's so strange to imagine, because we are in this body, and maybe there is someone in it, or there's no one in it, but still there's that my life in a way going on. So when we imagine this, you can't imagine that there's nothing happening, that there's even, like say it's Roes, there's no life of Roes. There's only talking or seeing a face maybe. So it's not, yeah, maybe some people can understand or maybe not. It doesn't matter. It's what already is happening. We are so into it should be, what can I do? What should be different? And what, there's always something underneath. There's something going on like, this can't be it. And I can listen maybe to Roes or somebody else, and maybe there's some clues in that or something that will change things. There's nothing wrong or nothing right. It's everything. It's everything already. Not for you. And then when there's a thought, yeah, but it is for me, then those beliefs or thoughts can happen. Yeah, then that's it. Nothing is wrong. It's what it is. So it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. And it's also strange that come in a meeting when they're saying, oh, it's going nowhere. There's no development. There's no you. There's no intention. Nothing is right or wrong. That's what we're not used to. There's always something going on, like what you can do or can reach or let go or anything. There's no direction. That's in time. From here to there, there's no distance. That's crazy. Everything is in distance. Like I'm here and you are there, and that's in the more physical thing, and also in like I'm in the development of my life, and it's going better now because I'm more relaxed or things like that. There's no my life. There's what's happening, apparently. Mm.
Hi, Rose.
Hello, hi.
I've made it. Only just in time. Yes, what you're saying is so funny.
Mm. Funny. Wow.
Because, like you say, it's not even about understanding or what's happening next, and if there's going to be no me or still a me, it makes no difference because it's just
Yeah.
like you said, just what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, but because B loves it when they're talking about know me and trying to understand what is that know me, because then there's already something to go, somewhere to go. So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah.
it's so
But
so clever in a way. Yeah.
hearing those words might seem like, oh, there's something different there. But yes, but that's it. That's all it is. It's not important.
Yeah. That's crazy because we think like, oh no, yeah, I feel more relaxation now. And oh wow, that's going, oh my God, it's so quickly in that. And it's not wrong. It can be pleasant, of course. But in the same time, there's no change at all. Change happens. But, yeah.
What I mean is like, from what you're saying, it's so hard. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really saying what it is. That's impossible. That's so funny because it's so clear somewhere, and then trying to say it, and then no words. Yeah. Yeah.
There's still looks like there's a trying to understand, but that's it.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem.
No.
Or it can be a problem.
It can be frustrating because when it's not going like that, like I don't understand or I can't grasp it, or it can be a feeling of can be frustration. But it's like we are so connected, like in connection, like how say it? There's something happening, and then there's frustration because of that, and then there's that because of that. It's by itself. There's no development or no because of this or continuation.
Mm.
There's no continuation. That's so crazy because everything seems in continuation in time.
Yes, I mean, I'm thinking of when you say that, I'm thinking of seasons and trees losing their leaves. There seems to be a continuation, you know. In spring, the leaves come on, and then in autumn, they fall off. So,
Mm.
so that's just an abstraction. Then that's just
Now,
a
when there's living in time, then
mm,
they're seeing that. It isn't wrong. Just it goes on, and then the story goes on. But it doesn't mean anything. It's more like that. They can be seeing, and they can be saying, "Oh, in spring there will be leaves again." Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
but it
Doesn't mean
seems
anything.
there's a,
Yeah,
a continuation.
yeah. But that's how when there's me, there's living in time, and that living in time, you could say that it's safe because then you know when that it will happen like that, and I know if I go out, there's the street again, and all kind when I drop something, it will fall down and all that. It's maybe that physical things is not that no important, but it's more about also about how to deal with everything. Then that's more the problem, that there's will be leaves or not, that can happen or not, that doesn't, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, it's this, it's only that, and it's an appearance, and it's that, and there can be a knowing or information about what will be going on. Yeah, it doesn't
Yes,
have any
like
meaning.
you
Yeah.
say, you've got your, possible retreat next year, and going to Sacramento and that. So
Mm,
there'd still
mm,
be maybe
yeah.
looking online, finding a
Mm,
flight, how to get there.
mm.
Doesn't that seem like it's distance in mileage and time, or kilometers,
Yeah. But the story, it's there's still an apparent story going on in time and distance and all that. And in the same time, there's nothing happening. It's empty. It's this is about there's nothing happening and apparent everything. And that everything is the story and circumstances, and it goes on, but there's no meaning and no, it's empty. There's no meaning in it. And it's, that can be saying going to Sacramento, maybe, I don't know. That it's, what is Sacramento? It's this, it's sitting. So
Yeah.
that story is so abstract, but there can be, the brain still works and still can go on. That's what's already happening, but there's no meaning in it. No, it's not serious, it's not important, it's not even going anywhere. It's what's happening, apparently.
But that just feels like normal.
Yeah, but it is normal. It is
Yeah,
already what's going on. But
yeah,
what's but it's and it's empty. And that what me does, or that calm, that when there's me and I, it's my life. It seems that everything is real, and solid, and important, and has meaning, and all that. That falls away. That can fall away. That's all those beliefs and concepts. The rest is just going on
yeah. I
for
mean,
no
I
one.
can look at my settee and the oak table. They look solid to me.
Yeah, but it looks solid because you're, when there's a belief it's solid, then it's felt like that. When that's not
Right,
there, then it's feeling some sensation, and then that's it. It's not solid. It's, yeah, doesn't matter so
right.
much.
Yes, yeah. So it's just looking.
Looking without meaning, and then because when it's solid, it seems like real, and then it's so
Yeah, no,
subtle.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yes, it's an abstraction again. It
mm,
looks solid. What
yeah,
does it even mean? There's just
yeah.
looking
Just
and
looking at that tree as it is,
looking.
as it's
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yes,
And
yeah.
that sense, when there's touching, then there's a sensation.
Sensation, yes.
And then on top of that, oh, it's solid. That's more
Yes,
abstracting. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
I mean, it could still bump the toes at the table, and it's just
yeah.
plain.
And
But
they
that
say
is still
fucking table.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Oh
That's
my
the normal thing. That it's going on very, very normal. That
God.
doesn't change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Anyway,
strange.
somebody else might want to talk. So
No, just go on.
no,
If you
no,
have to
yeah.
know, just go on. Just go on. It's all right.
Ah, yes,
Mm.
yes. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, yes. It's just looking, isn't it? It's just something for the sight, for the eyes,
yeah.
or even that's just a story about it.
That's so quickly
Yeah,
something that jumping on it or making it into naming it or yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yes,
It doesn't matter, but it's more describing what that's that whole construct that and
yeah.
that's a dream. That's a construct or
But
a
that's
fantasy.
also learned, isn't it? You know, learn the words are learned in childhood. What is solid, what is not solid, and what is
Mm,
soft or hard.
mm,
I
yeah,
mean,
mm, can
obviously,
be. Yeah,
when you have conversation, you know, you can say, "Oh, that was soft," or
yeah,
water is liquid, and you know,
yeah.
you don't
But
bump your
that still goes on. That still goes on.
yes,
Talking about mothers
yeah,
and anything doesn't matter. But it's empty, and then it's just when that's coming, anything can come out or can happen. But well, well, it's empty, and when there's me going on, it's like it's solid and real and important or not important or awful or I mean making it into something. That's lost, the meaning of it, the seriousness. That's the freedom. It doesn't matter what it is, it's everything. So, but it's everything. Talking, yelling,
it's
a
just all a
tree.
story, isn't it? Even the
Yeah,
idea of
yeah,
there's someone here and there's someone there, that's just a story or a
yeah,
thought, and it's just assumed that
yeah,
that's so it means something.
yeah,
It's
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's very literally. I don't see someone, I see a face, that's it.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's it.
oh,
Yeah, that that's simple. Yeah, yeah,
yes. It's
yeah.
silly.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's a laugh because it's suddenly like, oh yeah, of course. But yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so funny. In that sense, it's funny. Like, oh my God, yeah, of course. Yeah,
And there can be this impression, oh, I'm not sure I'm getting this, and you know, knots in the stomach, you know, a bit nervous, and nothing is
but it still goes on. But for
yes,
no
yes,
reason. There's no reason.
yes, yeah, because when there's no more story
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything. It's just
yeah. But the story goes on. There's still
yeah,
walking and outside and
yes,
saying that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I haven't got anything else to say now.
No, thank you. It's
Thank
nice.
you.
Yeah. Whoa, that's a long chat. I'm touched. I'm a little bit struggling with the family. There's no family. There was a lot of doing in the family. Mother has a birthday soon, so I know she would love to have a dinner with all the children. And a long time I was sensitive for my behavior of my older sister, and she always knows it better. And in the past there was a dinner, and then I didn't say much, and I can suggest my sisters to have dinner together, doubting about that. Of course, nobody knows what's going to happen. Most of the time, I get irritated by the behavior of my sister. I'm wondering about your response. Now, there's no family. There's no family. There's no sister. There can be someone going, but it's not my sister. That's already a story, because it's story in time, like there's sister and mother and all that. There's no mother. That's what's happening. And it can be irritation or having dinner. I don't know. That it's very simple, and in the moment there's no story. When there's a story and there seems everything is real and happening in time, there can be problems because there's relations and what always is happening, and I think it will be happening again. You don't know. It's what's happening, and it can be going to that meeting or not going to that meeting. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. There's no better or worse. There's what's happening. Doesn't mean it's nice. Can be irritation, like that. It's not nice, but then that's what's going on. It's a no. It's yeah. Can't say anything about that. And when there's saying I'm irritated about the behavior of my sister, there's only irritation. It has nothing to do with sister or behavior. That's we link it also always. It's because of that I'm irritated. There can be irritation. Then there's irritation. There's nothing to do with anything. It's not yours even. It's just irritation. And it's trying in the mind of in the thoughts. It seems like trying to solve it, trying to deal with it, trying to how do I deal with it? Oh, this is going on. It's an endless story, which is going nowhere. And we're thinking like in the brain or in the thinking there will be somewhere some clearness about what to do or not to do. It's what's happening. It has nothing to do with thoughts. Thoughts can happen, but they don't have any meaning. They don't have any meaning. They're empty. It's just a thought. Can be there. It's not your thought. It has nothing to do with your life. There's no my life and there's no my thought. It's thoughts, flies. It's that. Sitting. There's no continuation. That's crazy. We're so into time. It's so quickly and so convincing. It's this. There's nothing right or wrong. When there's a story, there always seems something right and wrong or awful or nice. It's what it is. It doesn't have any meaning or wrong or right or no. It's what it is. That's it. Not say you don't need to say that to yourself. That's already something, making it into something. Yeah. There's no me. There's no one. The family doesn't like irritation, no. There can be a response. When there's irritation, there can be a response. Yeah, sure. This is not about it's right to say what is, when there's irritation, it's all right to say it or something like that. That's all. That's a way of living. That's an advice or something like that. It's not about that. When there's irritation, then there's irritation, and then there's when there's a response, then there's a response, and then I don't know. It's not and then, but it's that. This is not about the right way or a way to live. No. There's no one.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
What about when it is said that there's no center? Because here it feels like there's looking for, it looks like the eyes are here. So if looking happens, it's from the center of the eyes. You know what I mean? It's there's still that separation, I guess, from what is looked at and who is looking.
Yeah, because there's a belief that everything is real. So we have we know about the face and and here are the eyes and we're looking through the eyes and all that. We know that there's a knowing and a belief that that's real. There's looking. Well, where is the looking? It's somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere that's happening. It's not Roes is looking. No, there's seek. You could more. I think it's saying it's like seeing. There's seeing. From where? I don't know. When I believe it's here's my face and here are my eyes and my brain and there's the looking, then it's seeing it like that because that belief is experience and belief are together.
Yes, yes.
When that concept or that belief isn't there, then it's more like, oh, there's seeing, but where does it start or come from? I don't know. Somewhere, I can't even say.
Again, it's all assumed, isn't it? It's all an assumption.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I guess it's called illusion or...
Yeah, because we believe, and that's proof. We
yeah.
prove it, that's like that, and
Mm.
scientific and all that. So it seems like true, and yeah. When those beliefs are not there, it's like, oh, I don't know, it's somewhere. It's not even real. The body isn't the face isn't real. It's empty. There's no Roes. No, there's nothing going on. There's that wall.
Mm.
Not Rose sees a wall. No, there's a wall. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. A question. Could you explain what you mean when you say the body isn't real? Well, we say that it's nothing is real. It's an appearance. So the body is also an appearance. And then what I thought is everything I could see, that's an appearance and that's energy and so. But I never questioned the body wasn't real. That was for me. It was long time. It was like, oh, the body. Yeah, I didn't question that was real, and I was maybe I'm not there, but the body. Yeah, it wasn't like a body is real. It was more like I never questioned it, and then suddenly there was. Yeah, here you could say that there was suddenly no body. There was not seeing the body for a moment, a long time ago. And then it was like, oh, maybe the body isn't real either. It was like, oh my God, then there's nothing left. That's more the frightening thing, because when there's me, it doesn't want to die. The body seems part of that whole story, like I'm here and I'm taking care of my body and living my life and all that. When there's no body, yeah, what's left? So the body isn't is there's hands, seeing hands and all that, but it's an appearance. It doesn't mean it's all the time seeing like, oh, it's an appearance, but it's yeah, it's obvious it's not real. And this is about forget. It's about the loss of the belief that everything is real. It's not suddenly see trying to see that it's not real. No, it's a loss of those beliefs, and when those beliefs suddenly not that strong anymore, it's like, oh, it's not real. It doesn't. Yeah, somewhere it's also the freedom, but it's not that you could not say like, oh, now I feel free. No, that's not like it. So difficult to explain. Yeah. Not a chat. It seems like the only thing that happens by coming to these talks is the me becoming quiet over time. I can't do anything with this message, so it goes like, okay, I give up and that's it. But I know for a fact it's not giving up. Yeah, it's not the strange thing with these meetings is when there can be concepts or beliefs falling away, but most of the time it's not noticed. And then there can be something going on or not going on or felt, but it's not that clear or it's not that obvious, like, oh, suddenly there's no belief anymore. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's, and when there's those concepts or beliefs are not that strong anymore, there can be also feelings coming that it's in the story, but a feeling coming that you don't like, because me is trying to feel good. So there are a lot of things going on, like trying to behave in a certain way. And then suddenly that ability to control maybe can relax, but in a way that can be frightening too, because then feelings suddenly rise. You don't know what it is, and that doesn't feel good in a way. So in that sense, that can be like things, if it's going about what's happening. So there can be a relaxation, but doesn't mean always it's nice. And it becomes quiet maybe in the mind. It's so different. Some people are and that it's more like quieting and that's it. And suddenly it can be like feelings that can come up. It's so different when what's going on. When the control doesn't work that well anymore. It's more like that. There's no control. And sometimes it's seen and then, wow, this can be a fear. And sometimes it just falls away and nothing is going on. You don't have to do anything with that message. You can't, because there's already no one. And going to these meetings or not is also what's apparently is happening. It doesn't mean that it's giving something. But the strange thing is, nothing is giving something, like sitting at the table or going to something else. It's also only what's happening. And sometimes you think, oh, that's giving something or makes me feel good, or feeling good can happen, but it has nothing to do with what's going on. We're so into, oh, because of I'm here, then there's something happening or that gives me something. That's a dream. It's what's happening. It has nothing to do with circumstances. So coming to these meetings is only coming to these meetings and what's going on. Can be being quiet, but we are so into, when there's the story of me, then there's trying to compare with what was before and what is now, and if there's a change or feeling much more better or more quiet or more released. We're always comparing. Me is always comparing. That's only what's happening. It's even less than what you think, maybe. Do you think that its message can be dangerous for some people? It can feel dangerous. I had that. Like, what if the collapse of me happens to someone who doesn't know anything about this and suddenly really realizes they don't exist? This is no big deal. It doesn't, when there's suddenly that collapse and that whole construct is falling, it's very normal. I can imagine it's not even noticed, and it's like that. And when there's never hearing of all those non-duality talk, doesn't matter. It's life is going on. But that whole construct and fantasy and ideas about what should and not should and and this is better than that, it's just not going on. It's very simple and ordinary, living in that way. So that maybe it's not even noticing I don't exist or I exist. That doesn't matter. That's also a construct, looking at yourself and seeing if I exist or not exist. When that whole thing is gone, there's no ideas about do I exist or not exist. There's nothing going on about that too. It's just living. It's very easy. It's just going by itself. We have a lot of ideas about what it will be when everything falls away and how it will be for someone or for me. It's not like that. You can't imagine how it is. It's much more simple and ordinary. Yeah. There can be a feeling of before that can be. I had that when there's for the first time the meeting with this message. I felt like, oh, this is dangerous. You have to stop talking about this, because that I felt so frightened when that I heard for the first time this message. So there's a fear of dying. Yeah, can be. Doesn't need to. But it's already, the funny thing is, it's already like that. So in that sense, there's nothing changed. Or the whole idea about what it is, and ideas adjusted to, we assume a lot of things about what's going on. That falls away. The assuming, the ideas about what's going on. That's the only thing. So it's a dream. It's about ideas and the beliefs. when that's not there, yeah, it was already nothing. So yeah, it's a dream. So then it goes on without that. It already was like that, but the only thing that isn't there is thinking, this is my life and I have to do it, and there's something wrong. That feeling of there's something wrong is also out of the window. But it can also not being noticed because it's so normal. It's very simple and ordinary also. It's not like special, like no hard feelings anymore, or all that ideas about people who lost the me, or like enlightenment, all that makes it so special. Forgetting something can happen, anything. It's very normal. Being angry. There's no burden. Yeah, then that's there. No, there's no burden. But even that is not noticed. No. Yeah. The awareness is gone. What falls away is that whole awareness, looking at yourself or other people, or being busy, being alert. That falls away. That's not there. It's not falling away. It's not coming. It's just not coming. Well, it's so normal that it's when there's no awareness, then it's not noticed, then it's aware, then that's gone. So yeah, it's very ordinary, very still living in the story, but the story is not that important or real anymore. Hmm. I remember being frightened of this message. Then I swore I would never come back to it. But here I am. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I had the same. I thought it should stop. The only thing I can do is going to him and say, you have to stop. And then I will never go again. Yeah. And look here. I couldn't stop. It was just going. Yeah. 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 There's somewhere I'm recognizing something too, in a way, somewhere. Hmm. And there are people that say it's dangerous and they don't come again. That's happening too. Yeah. Hmm. The only thing is it's not confirming that anything is real. It's not saying how it is. It's not confirming all those ideas and beliefs. And that's what's normally being done in some meetings. And then when it's not confirmed, and it falls apart. That can be frightening or relieving. Different. It's different.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes I had also that feeling of I'm not coming back for a while. And
Mm.
and then the next day I just went to a meeting. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also that resistance. That's also
Yeah, can be. But it's calling resistance, but maybe also it's a feeling somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know what it is, maybe.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hi, Rose. Is
Hi.
this meeting for an hour or an hour and a half?
An hour and a half.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
We still have an half an hour. Uh, Some teachers call it a virus that doesn't let go of you until it kills you completely. I wouldn't say that. Makes it feel a bit wrong. I don't know. For me, it's not wrong. It's just, it's something that's very strong and convincing, but it's unconditional love too. It's that too, because then calling it a virus, it seems like we want to let it go. You want to get rid of it. No, it's not about that. It's not a virus. It's what's happening. And we make it into a story about having the me or all that, and make it into something serious. Maybe that's more something. It's life too. It's not a virus. No. Nothing wrong with believing I'm here. No. When that's there, that can be very strong, and then that's what's happening. Nothing wrong. Of course not. It doesn't have to go. It's not about, in the end, it's about that you're killed and then that's the end. There is no end. There's also no beginning. There's no development. There's what's happening. And it doesn't matter what it is. That's the unconditional love. Believing I'm here and I'm fighting. So then that's the belief. And there can be a lot of ideas about that. And there's that, that's what's happening. Nothing wrong or right with that. It's life. It's already complete. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be killed. There's already no me. But it doesn't matter if you feel or think, yes, I am here. Then that's what's going on. Then that's it. There's not like, oh, Rose is right and I'm wrong or something like that. No, there's no right and wrong. I'm not right, or this is not the truth. It's a describing of what's going on. It's everything. It's everything. Everything is already complete, like it is, like it happens. That's it. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. me is that feeling, that somewhere, that belief, embodied belief, there's still something not right yet. There's something to do, or so. It's so convincing when somebody says, "Oh, there's a virus," and then that it would be kill you, and I think, "Oh yeah, that's maybe it," because there's still that sense somewhere. There should be something else. There's still so that's so so how do you say that you feel like, oh yeah, that's maybe what's going on, because it's confirming that feeling that there's something not right. So that's it's a huge message for a lot of people that in the end we will be free. No, it's already free. It's everything. Well, there can be a feeling like I don't want that. Maybe various language from a teacher. When there's a teacher, there can be that. You mean that? Yeah, because a teacher is giving a way, like this is the way to do it or to go or whatever. There's nowhere to go. This is not teaching something. It's a describing of how this is it. It's that. Not confirming. I'm not seeing anyone. It's just that. Yeah. And what a lot of times is that when there's subtle feeling there's something wrong, I can do something about it. That's so strong. It's so convincing. And you can say, oh, there's no me and all that. But still, when there's something wrong and I can do something about it or let go or whatever you think it is, that's confirming that that's still that same, I'm here and I exist and I have a free will and choice to make things happen in a very subtle and clever way. This is death. This is nowhere to go. And it's also saying, and it's already complete. It's already complete. That's the death of that story, that idea, maybe. But that's not even real, so there's no death. It's already what's going on. So no need to look for it, because the looking is, and when there's looking, then that searching, that energy is it. You can't miss it. There's a chat. There's only what seems to be happening for no one. Yeah. What apparently is happening. Yeah. So a hand. Not a hand of Roes, something like that. No, a hand. Or sitting somewhere in space. That's it. Or chair. Or a feeling without any meaning. Feelings don't have any meaning. Nothing has any meaning. Also feelings. There can be a feeling that comes and goes like anything else. That comes and goes. It's what it is. There's no death, no life. It's a chat. There's no death, no life. There's only this. Is it right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's no life. No, there's no death. There's life. You could say there's life. There's energy, life. But death. There's no beginning and end. So there's no death or birth. That's the story. There's this. That's life. You could say that. That's life, apparently. Or energy. Death seems to be the end. And then when there's talking in the story in time, then there can be birth and death and beginning and end. But that's part of the story. There's when there's talking about death, then that's talking in the story. Because of course there's no death. There's what's going on. Apparently, chair, feelings. When there's I'm here and I exist and this is my life and all that, that's so convincing and so embodied, so that contracted energy, and that makes it also feeling like I'm here and there's a center and there's something not right, or there's am I good enough, something, some subtle feeling underneath can be there. Sometimes it's stronger, sometimes it's really subtle, and that's going on, driving towards like, oh, I'm making it right, or trying to get what I need, or all those things. And then what's going on is a hand or a feet. They're never, when we talk about the death of me, or it's something like that, then it's only what the belief about, an embodied belief about what you are. And then suddenly that when that's not arising, then suddenly seen like, oh, but it never was like that. It's only an idea, an embodied dream, idea, belief about what I am. That it never was like that, but only that dream, that idea of that's not arising, but that's no big deal. But we're so invested in it, and that idea, I'm like that and I'm like that, I was in my youth, I was like that, and then now it's happening like this, and all that, the whole story, it's so convincing and seems to be, yeah, you could say solid and real. So it's so convincing that's really happening, and I'm invested in it, I'm identified with it. That can be a fear also, then hearing this message. So wow, maybe it's not real, and I'm putting all the energy in making it happen and do something with it, and then somebody is saying, oh, but that's not real. Like, oh my God, that's a threat. It's a fear of dying, but it's not really dying. It's only that idea, it's that fantasy, or that dream isn't real. It's a belief, a construct. And then what's going on? That goes on. So in that sense, there's no death, or there's nothing changing. And it's very normal and ordinary, simple. And the funny thing is that whole being busy all day with all thoughts and how to do it and what's important and all that, when it's not there, it's forgotten it's there, because it's that normal. It's just normal. So it's not even noticed, and that, oh, it's so quiet. No, it's not. No, just what's going on. Another chat. Sometimes I do have those moments when I'm doing the dishes or cleaning the house, and all of a sudden I realize that it happened without too much thinking, like being in flow. Yeah, but that's it. It's not me is not there all the time. No, but it's normally it's not so much noticed, and then suddenly like, oh, yeah, it's just happening. Yeah, yeah. It's not that there are no thoughts anymore, but most of the time they're more practical. Mm.
Hi again, Rose.
Hi.
Enjoying this morning with you.
Mm.
Um, trying to describe what seems to be going on, but it's like not knowing.
Mm.
It's like a loss, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there seem to be the searching for the knower.
Yeah. Yeah. I can hear that. Yeah. 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 Funny. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
But that's also just what's going on. I guess it doesn't mean anything really.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you can say that about anything, but just sharing what's going on now.
Yes,
Just
yes,
sharing. Yeah.
yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. So strange. It's so different as what we think. Yeah. What we're looking for. Mm.
Yeah, this is, it just feels, if there's a word, it's like unknown, really. It's I don't know, it's just.
That's it. You don't have the words. Yeah, that's it. But that's it. How can you say this? Ugh. Yeah.
But that's it. Even it's like nothing.
Mm, it is. Yeah.
It's not an it. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. You don't know, but but
It's
that's
just
it.
talking.
That's what
It's
we're
just
talking about.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah. Mm.
it's so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like like there's no more like well, I'm speaking. It's just speaking. Just trying to find a description.
yeah,
Like there's no ground, nothing solid, and in what was assumed to be known, or the knower, is just like these are just words. It's just
yeah. But that's it. How can you describe it? I feel it when you say it. It's like, yeah, yeah. I can sense it. Yeah.
it's like wanting to cry and laugh at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. Yeah.
It almost feels like fluid or watery instead of rock solid. That's
Yeah.
just description, and it and it's just words. It's like it's still almost like creating a story.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, but it's trying to describe, and then suddenly it's also not possible. But in the same time, it's trying to describe it. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
yes, why not? Yes. Thank
it's a
you.
sharing. It's a sharing.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on? That's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Wow.
thank you.
Mhm.
I'll try and be in touch.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try and be in touch.
Mm.
I'm Max Verham.
No.
He's so I'm going. He's got a few days, so I'm going down to Toulouse, and then I'm coming back on the 18th. Oh, sorry, someone's.
Sorry. What?
I can hear
Which?
other people speaking.
No, just go on. But you said
Yeah,
you're going
so
to some.
I'm coming back on the 18th, and I'm thinking, I could have come to Amsterdam on the 21st,
Ah,
but it's like a bit difficult.
oh, I don't
But
know.
yeah,
It's
I'll try and be in touch anyway.
yeah. Okay, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, what? I hear somebody speaking. I don't know. Okay. There's somebody saying, I had a short talk with a man that was sharing a nice feeling that he had until he was 18. He was sharing that he hasn't that feeling anymore. I didn't go into that story. When I'm thinking about it, it seems to be not so compassionate. When I'm thinking about it, there seems to be a little bit guilty feeling, not reacted good enough. I don't know. There's no one. There's no one. So there can be a response or no response. It's going in the way it is. I don't know. It's what's happening. It's what's apparently is happening, and that's already what's going on, of course. So there's no need to do anything or no need to hear this message or anything. It's what's already is happening. That's complete. That's, of course, it's complete. It's what it is, exactly the way how it's going. So there's no one talking, there's no one living in the story. It's what's apparently is happening. And there's no real person that's going on in the story with a life. There's what's happening, closing the computer. It's very simple and tiny and normal in what's apparently is going on, without a reason, without anything, meaning, and without continuation. There's no time. We're so into time. Time is such an important thing in the story of me, and I'm here and everything is happening. And there's only this. That's an appearance. You can't even say what it is. Sometimes you can say it, and sometimes you don't know how to say it. It doesn't matter. Anything what's going on is exactly what it is. It's already what's happening. The unconditional love is that it's unconditional. So love is everything. It's not a feeling. It's what apparently is happening. It's already unconditional love. Moving your hand is that. There's nothing that is not unconditional love. That's life is that. It's already that. And the looking for love is the looking is it too. So it doesn't, you can't escape it. It's what it is already. So there's no need to go anywhere. And when there's a feeling I'm going somewhere, then that is unconditional love too, of course. So it's life, unconditional love, energy. It's what it is already. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Stay
Rose.
down.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kat.
Thank you. Hi. Hi, Yvonne. Hi,
Bye.
Nami. Hi, Johannes. Oh, maar ik moet even dingen zetten.